numbers. This is 5.6, page 260 in the book. So, let's see if I can find my, hang on, my board is off. I can find my pen here. Alright, so here's our key vocabulary for 5.6. A mixed number. The mixed number is a number that has a whole number and a fraction. For example, 3 and 3/4. That is a mixed number. Okay, mixed numbers are numbers that fall in between whole numbers they go in between the whole numbers, so between like 2 and, or 3 and 3/4 would be between 3 and 4. Okay, an improper fraction is a fraction where the numerator is bigger. Let me see if it's going to be bigger or equal to the denominator. So here's an example of an improper fraction, 7/6. That's a 6. That would be an improper fraction. The numerator, the top number, numerator, is bigger than the denominator. Or 6/6 would also be considered an improper fraction because it is equal. Okay? Proper fraction is when the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So that would be something like 5/6 would be a proper fraction. Alright, so let's see what we got in store for us. You are building a birdhouse. You need to measure a piece of wood and then hammer it to the roof. Write the length as a mixed number and as an improper fraction. So there's our length, and it says, there's the solution too, sorry. It's between 3 and 4, so we know it's 3 and something. Well, when you start looking at all of these little, I can find it on a ruler, sometimes a ruler right here. This right here is the fourths. There's the half. So there's 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. So it is 3 and 3/4 right there. Now, as far as an improper fraction, once you get the mixed number, I always get the mixed number first, and then the improper fraction, you have 3 whole inches here. Okay? As far as fourths, there are 4/4 in the first inch, there are 4/4 in the second, there are 4/4. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright? So there are 4, 8, 12 fourths so far, 12, then 13, 14, 15. So there are a total of 15 fourths. So you have 3 whole things with 4 in each. So I just call this a half circle method. You start at the bottom, you multiply, 3 times 4 is 12, and then you add the top. Plus 3 would be 15. So 15 fourths. So 3 and 3/4 and 15 fourths. Draw a line segment that has a length of 6 and 1/4 inches. So obviously you would need a ruler, but you guys get a ruler, or hopefully you have one with you. So you would draw a line, and then you stop at 6 and 1/4. So let's just pretend this is 5, and this is 6, and this would be the half mark right here. Oop, it's between, sorry. I gotta go to 7. So it would go to here. Okay, so 6 and 1/4. Sorry, my phone is ringing and it's messing up the stuff here. Alright, so there's, alright, example number 2, rewriting mixed numbers. A hat has a size 6 and 7/8. Write this size as an improper fraction. Okay, so 6 and 7/8, and we do that little half circle thing. We got 6 whole things split into 8ths, so 6 times 8 is 48, and then 7 more would be 55 over 8. That's all you do. write 16 thirds as a mixed number. Now here's the deal with fractions. Fractions are just division problems, so you want to see how many thirds are in 16. So in other words, how many times will 3 go into 16? Well, it goes in there 5 whole times with 1 left over, and we go ahead and write that as 1/3 left over. So it's 5 and 1/3. Sorry, it's my mom's phone ringing. That's my house, I think, calling. We also do the half circle method to check it. Look at this. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is 16. So that's 16 thirds. And they're doing the same thing right there. Write the mixed number as an improper fraction. So this means we do the half circle thing. 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 2 is 11, so that will be 11 thirds. And we're not changing the size of the parts, the thirds stay the same. Done. Here again, 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. 9/4. Done. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 5 is 29/6. Done. Now the opposite, we're going to divide. How many times will 5 go into 22? It goes in there 4 whole times with 2 left over. So we write that as 2/5. That's it. This one's a little trickier. 13 into 34 goes twice, which is 26. There'd be 8 left over. So 2 and 8/13. 12 into 41, and you could do these in your head. It goes in there 36, and there'd be 5/12 left over. Again, it's nice to know your facts on these. Example number 4 is a standardized test practice. It says, comparing numbers, the widths of 3 baseball bats at their widest parts are 2 5/8, 2 3/4, and 9/4 inches. What is the order of the widths from least to greatest? Well, these all have a whole number right here. You can see the 2. So when I see 9/4 is an improper fraction, so I'm going to go ahead and just divide that. How many times will 4 go into 9? 2 whole times, and I'm just doing this division in my head. That'd be 8 with 1/4 left over. So 2 and 1/4. That's what that one's equal to, is 2 and 1/4. Then we want them in least to greatest. Well, 5/8 is bigger than a half. 3/4, so let's see. Let's go here. 2 and 5/8, 2 and 3/4, 2 and 1/4. Okay. One way, if you can use logic, go ahead. But one way, if you need to prove it to you, I can make these have this be 8. You know, a common denominator right here, 2 and 6/8 is the same as 3/4. So I want to get them all to have the same numbers on the bottom. So times 2, that'd be 2 and times 2, 4 times 2 to make it be an 8. So times 2, that would be, 2/8. Okay, so the smallest one is the 1/4, the 2 and 1/4, which is the 9/4. So it's either has to be B or C. The next one is 2 and 5/8. So there it is right there. Has to be B. They wrote them all as improper fractions and then got the 8, which you could do, but I like to just leave the whole number. I don't like to make the numbers bigger than I need to. And then it's B. Okay, order the numbers from least to greatest. So again, they're saying one way to do it is to, write them as improper fractions. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change this one. 4 goes into 15 3 times, so that'd be 3 and 3/4. So that's 3 and 3/4, 3 and 1/4. 3 and 1/2 is the same as 3 and 2/4. We make fourths on the bottom. So this is the smallest one, 3 and 1/4, then 3 and 1/2, then 15/4. I didn't write that one right. That one should be a half right there. Alright, same on this one. 6 goes, sorry, it's ringing again. 6 goes into 13, that's 2 times, which is 12, 2 and 1/6. That's 2 and 1/3, and 2 and 2/9. Alright, we got a 6, a 3, and a 9. Let's make those all have an 18 on the bottom. So 6 times 3, so times 3 on the top, times 6, so times 6 on the top, times 2, so times 2 on the top would be 4. Look, oh, no, I thought they were in order. Okay, this one, the 3/18 is the smallest, so 13/6 is the smallest. 2 and 2/9, because 4 comes next, and then 7/3. There's my in order. Order the numbers from least to greatest, and let's see, let's change this one. 9 goes in there 1 whole time, and 4/9. Well, I know 5/6 is bigger than a half, way bigger than a half. There's a half. 1 and 4/9 is just a little less than a half, because half of 9 is 4 1/2. So that's the smallest, 13/9, then 1 1/2, and then 1 and 5/6. That's just using common sense. Let's see if I did it. Yep. Okay, suppose the fourth bat in example is 2 1/2 inches. Order the 4 bats from least to greatest. I don't remember what the bats were. So let's add a 2 1/2. Let me go back to the bats. We're adding a bat that is 2 1/2 inches then. So let's make that have a 4 on the bottom, or an 8 on the bottom, so that'd be 4/8. So where would that fall? This one is the first one, which was 9/4. Then the 4 would be next, 2 and 1/2. Then the 2 and 5/8. Then the 2 and 3/4. Let's see if we can remember that. Oops, I didn't mean to go that far. Continue. Go back, please. I guess they aren't going to give us the answer. Alright, Sue, Leanne, Charlie were knitting a scarf in a knitting class. After the first week, Sue had 6 7/8 inches. There's hers. Leanne, 27/4, and Charlie, 6 4/9. So 6 7/8, 27/4, and 6 4/9. Order these 3 from least to greatest. Okay, this is the same as 6 3/4. That's almost 7. That's less than half. That's bigger than half. So this is going to be the smallest one, 6 4/9. Then this one, and then the 6 7/8. Alright, I think that's it. Okay, get those in order, and we will see you next time. I think it's still recording.